folks, this is MJ Knight reporting to you for the 14th issue of Nightwatch. I have responded to a suggestion by the Random DCE to do a handy dandy guide inspired issue of Nightwatch. Knight Rider. Such a good show, such a simple thing to do, but occasionally we see bad things such as Knight Rider 2000 and Team Knight Rider, and the less said about Knight Rider 2010, the better. So in that regard, this Knight offers a solution that makes Knight Rider watchable, amusing, and moan-free. First off, Phase 1. Stick with the original format, one man and one car. This worked for Knight Rider in the 80s, so why it took nearly 20 long years for Hollywood to figure out that Knight Rider was better off as it was in its original format is beyond me. But it was simple. One man, one car, the angry, tough and passionate Michael Knight with the logical and wisecracking talking car. It was simple, it worked, adults and children loved it week in, week out, and as far as I'm aware, on Bravo in the UK on cable, Knight Rider had been replayed since August 2000 every day on Bravo. Whether that's because they didn't have enough scheduling programmings, I don't know. But it must say something if they replayed it for 6 to 7 years non-stop. Phase 2. When bringing back the show, even for a reunion movie, stick with and go with the continuity that went beforehand. Do not do bizarre abominations such as Knight Rider 2000, where a kit has been in storage for 10 years, gets taken out, and is shoved into either the Pontiac Banshee, as you see on the right, or a 1965 Chevrolet Bel Air. Kit was a 1982 Pontiac Trans Am that was sleek, state-of-the-art, and sophisticated. Do not do bizarre shit, excuse my French, where it makes no sense, does not have many of the capabilities, and does not have a show, not have a theme or plot that even feels like Knight Rider. Despite the fact Knight Rider 2000 was a big ratings winner with NBC, it flopped, and you wonder why it never got picked up as a series. Ugh. Phase 3. When bringing it back again, if bringing Knight Rider back again, do us all a favour, don't do it like Team Knight Rider. I mean, for starters, when we think Knight Rider, we think, as I said, with Phase 1, one man and one car. Do not give us a team of 5 operatives that bear no connection to the original, with the exception of Christine, with the exception of Jenny, played by Christine Steele, who's supposed to have some connection to Michael Long, and don't give us names that don't even abbreviate what operating system they are. That and substandard scripts and no turbo boost, no Michael Knight, and no kit, well, it's dead in the water before it even got started. And finally, Phase 4. This is where the producers of the 2008 Knight Rider 2nd generation, as I prefer to call it, got it right. For starters, they continued the original story, albeit set 20 years after the show had ended, but they learned from their mistakes from Knight Rider 2000 and Team Knight Rider. For starters, as far as they are concerned, Knight Rider 2K and Team Knight Rider never happened. First off, they stuck with the one man and one car basis. It worked in the 80s, it works again. The car is wisecracking and full of himself. The Knight in question has a bit of an attitude problem, just like David Hasselhoff did as Michael Knight in the 80s, and is trying to prove something to himself, and, is kind of at a crossroads of his life knowing what to do. The car, is essentially speaking a Swiss Army knife on wheels. 2. Another thing. it bore huge links to the original. That is why this Knight Rider is getting picked up as a series. Although Team Knight Rider was syndicated, it didn't last one season. And you wonder why. Until the next issue of Night Watch, this is MJ Knight saying, good night from the night.